Woodstock Farm Sanctuary is located in the Hudson Valley in upstate New York. We rescue farmed animals and we provide them lifetime care and sanctuary.
We have 380 rescued animals here right now, and every one of them is a representative of some aspect of animal agriculture.
We rescued dozens of animals in 2017, and they each have their own unique story. The beloved birds are a flock of babies who are rescued from the streets of Brooklyn in advance of the Kaporos rituals this year. We called them the beloved birds because they were just going to be used in this ritual and discarded and literally thrown away. They're really social, beautiful birds, and they're doing really well. Late this spring, a local vet called us and said, can you help us rescue a piglet? And they couldn't take care of him, and we didn't really have the space to take in a piglet, but we couldn't say no. So we took him in on a Friday, and the caregivers here took care of him all weekend, gave him medicated baths, got his fever down. But on that Monday, he crashed. Working with the Ulster County SPCA, we were able to track down where he came from and realized that there were other animals there that were being raised to eat. And we were able to go in with the SPCA and save Hurley's family. So it's Agnes and Mishka and Pamela and Bradley and Peter, and they are thriving.
I feel so lucky that we don't have to say no when the animals need help, because people are giving $5, $10, $20 at a time. That adds up to enough to care for these animals. So your gift makes a big difference.
We've been around for 14 years, and a lot of the animals that we rescued 10, 12, 14 years ago are reaching the end of their lives. And that's actually very special for a sanctuary because farmed animals never get to be old in the industry. They're either killed when they're babies or they're used for a couple years and then killed, like with dairy cows. We are kind of on the cutting edge of treating these older animals. These are problems that nobody has ever had to deal with because these animals aren't valued, they're seen as objects.
I have a very strong bond with Dylan in my heart.
He had an abscess on his eye for a couple of years that we kept track of. We've had the vet check it several times. Didn't seem to be causing him any problems. But then all of a sudden, the caregiver started noticing it was growing, it looked different. It was cancer of his eye. I wanted the surgery done quickly before anything spread. And when they did the surgery, the lines were clean, no cancer spread anywhere else. Everything went perfectly.
My name's Heather Ryan, and I've been a volunteer here at the sanctuary for about 1.5 years now. Because I love Woodstock Farm Sanctuary so much, I knew that in my journey to becoming an Ironman that I would want to fundraise for Woodstock. While I was training, I received some shocking news that I had a breast cancer diagnosis. And coming out here to the sanctuary was one of the things that kind of took me away from the weight of that. And then through that, I also learned about Dylan and how he was diagnosed with his cancer, and his surgery went so well. And I just felt even more of a bond with him, that he was coming through this difficult diagnosis, and I knew that I would too. Woodstock, to me, is a people sanctuary as much as this is a sanctuary to the animals. I feel like as soon as I pull onto the property, I feel this peacefulness. I feel like it recharges me.
The animals who live here are just offering people the opportunity to meet them and get to know them and build the connections that change people's hearts to be more in line with what I believe they so deeply probably already value. But it just takes that kind of one-on-one connection to really have people's hearts start to change.
Chickens, pigs, cows, they're abstract concepts until you meet one. And then all of a sudden, you have to reconcile the cognitive dissonance that happens when you try to eat the products that come from the actual individual who's standing in front of you, who really is substantively not different than a dog or a cat or another family member.
It's absolutely life-changing for a lot of folks. When they hear these stories, when they meet these animals, it's amazing when you're giving a tour and you see that light bulb moment where all of a sudden somebody gets it.
13,000 people visit every year. And when we do surveys at the end of our tours, 70% say that they're gonna make an immediate lifestyle change to reduce animal consumption in their lives. That's numbers that no other vegan outreach organization is able to get, like a farm sanctuary is.
It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, if you're gay or straight, if you are a Christian, an atheist, a Jew, whatever. Woodstock is a place where our common baseline is respect for each other, for our individuality, for the things that we share in common, and for the things that make us different.